Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Rosalinda. Hola, ¿cómo estamos? ¿Cómo andamos? I hope that you all are having a wonderful, beautiful day whenever it is that you are watching this. Oh my god, está haciendo mucho calor and I am in the car waiting for Raul. He is at the dentist. Está haciendo bien mucho calor, but the windows are down and there's just so many cars passing by, so you just hear everybody and their mom. Okay, so let me put it a little bit up. There you go. Okay, so in my last video in the morning routine, some of you guys asked about like a video of how I plan Raul's meals or what do I make, some ideas. I don't know exactly how I'm going to execute that video, how well, but first of all, thank you so much for giving me that idea. I didn't really think about it porque I feel like how I make Raul's meals are very, very simple. Like El Raul is a super simple guy, so I am lucky in that department that he is not very picky, and he's the one who kind of comes up with the ideas on what he wants. So usually Raul works 6 days, so Tuesday through Sunday, and what he tries to do is that he tries to be relatively healthier during those days, porque pues he has to have 2 meals, like breakfast and lunch, and then he doesn't want to like eat out, he doesn't want to buy any food outside. And then on Mondays we eat out all day, like for breakfast and lunch and sometimes dinner, so that's like our cheat day. And on the weekends, like Saturday and Sundays, we typically share like a meal. Like let's say if we go to In-N-Out, we'll just get like a burger, no fries, something like that. So he really tries to be healthy during the days that he goes to work, mainly because he doesn't want to be buying food outside, like lunch. So I've been making his lunch for like the past 2-3 years. I want to say 3 years. So kind of relatively like apenas empezó, I didn't used to make him food. But again, he kind of thinks about it, so I give him ideas. I'm like, okay, so what do you want? Like, do you want, like, what kind of protein do you want and stuff like that? And then he just tells me what he wants. Like let's say one week he wants chicken, another week he wants beef and stuff like that. So it goes based on what he wants. So I always ask him like, what do you want this week? And what he always ends up getting is like some kind of protein, and then steamed vegetables and brown rice. And if I don't want to take all the credit for this, porque Costco is my best friend. I get everything from Costco. You're gonna find so many great things at Costco in bulk item, obviously, so te van a durar toda la semana, and it's something that you can keep reusing, like the vegetables, the frozen vegetables, or the rice because it comes in a packet, and the meat as well that I use. So I always ask him what he wants, and then we go to Costco. So we are going to go to Costco today porque it's Monday, and besides having a good time during Mondays, we always get the groceries for the week. So you guys will come along for that, and we can show you exactly what we get and how I pack it. And then once we get to the house, I can go over more detail on what exactly I do. But I guess I can show you what I get, and that could be ideas for you guys. But I think overall the key is being like very simple with the foods that you get, just sticking to like tops 3 things, like 3 things in the lunch. And then I'll also tell you what I do for breakfast. I do 2 different things for breakfast, and again, it helps to have a not so picky husband, because then it's easier to feed them, porque Raul can eat the same thing every day. I can't, but he can. So let's go to Costco after Raul gets out of the dentist, and then we'll talk more about these food ideas that I would love to share and give to you, all of you, para que le hagan buenos lunches a sus esposos también. This is one of the options for breakfast, just the original. This also goes with the oatmeal. You get this brand and the thin one. We don't need this one, but I mean, well, you do. We're out of it. Well, this is one of the options. Sometimes we get ground turkey, and then I just mix it with spices. Use this one for ceviche. You all know I like these eggs. Well, this is not the brand, but this is the next one. So I'll get these. This is the milk we use for the oatmeal. You all know Raul loves this one, 000. They only have banana, which this is one of his snacks. And Raul gets his apples. That's his other snack. Raul likes these and his oatmeal. Okay, y'all, welcome back. I know that I didn't take you to Costco porque pues no fuimos to Costco. Raul decided that he was gonna have ceviche for 2 days, so we didn't need to go to Costco. A lot of my meals come from Costco, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna list them down below, but if I can find pictures of them, I'm also gonna put them here as well so you guys can see them, so you can get an idea of what is it that I do. And I'll walk you through it with what Raul decided this week. So again, I go based on him. I ask him what he wants for the week, and that's kind of how we go from there. So we just went to Raul's, our main store for like the vegetables and the fruit. And like kind of like the more things that we use the most, it is Ralph's. That's where we go a lot for a lot of things. However, sometimes I do go to Sprouts and I get, like, I love getting the eggs from there. I get the, I forgot the name of the farm or the brand, but it's this something farm. I love to get the eggs from there. They're always on sale. I get the pasture-raised eggs, pasture-raised, I think they're called. Those. And then I get this keto milk from there too. And when I want like really good quality, like steaks or carne or like even shrimp, it's really good from Sprouts. I'll get it there as well. In Costco, I feel like Costco we do like every 2 weeks, porque that's normally, since it's only 2 of us, the food lasts us a long time, and we do get things in like a big in bulk items, so it does last a while. And the stuff that we get is kind of like for both of us, but Raul eats most of it because he does have the same lunch. So this is the trick. If you do stick to the same lunch, you will be fine. However, I know that a lot of people do not like to eat the same thing every single day. Like me, I personally cannot eat the same thing every single day. Again, Raul is a very simple man who does not complain too much about the food, and he can eat the same food for his whole week of work. So that makes it very easy on myself. If you do not have, if your husband or significant other is not, it's kind of more picky and cannot eat the same thing like me, then I think it's gonna be a little bit hard to come up with. I can see why it could be hard to come up with ideas, porque cada día tienes que hacer algo diferente, or every 2 days. I feel like every day it's a lot, but if anything, I think when it comes to making meals is to keep them simple, like very, very simple meals, just like very nutrients dense, and always have like some kind of carb and a protein para que se llenen, right? So that's kind of what I go based on this. So Raul is going to have ceviche for 2 days. So I'll make it tonight, and then he'll take some tomorrow, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. And he decided that for the rest of the week, we're gonna get Everytable. Everytable is this place in Southern California. I think they're only in Southern California. I'll link them down below as well. You guys can find them around your area. We love Everytable. It's kind of like pre-made meals, kind of like think of like those meal preps, but they make them like, yeah, it's literally like a meal prep system, but they have like a store where you can walk in and pick them, and they're very affordable. And what I love about Everytable is that their prices are based on the cities that they're in. So we are close to the Compton one, so we go to the Compton one, and the prices there are like, none of the meals are more than $8. However, if you were to live like the West LA one, I think the prices there are a little bit more higher because they go based on what the community's average income is, which I absolutely love that about Everytable, because food, like that kind of healthy food, because a lot of their food is very healthy, very nutrients, it should be like that. Like, not just because you have money you can't be able to afford like really good food quality, really good food, because of your income, right? So I love that about them. If you guys haven't checked out Everytable, you should. I love them. So Raul like could eat the same food every day, but obviously si también se cansa. Like if he has salmon last week, he's not gonna want to have salmon this week. So he decided to do 2 days of ceviche, and then the other days he's just gonna get Everytable. And usually he gets like the turkey bowl, he gets the chipotle chicken, he'll get like the breakfast burritos, or he'll get the salmon, the kale salmon. They have so many dishes that it's great. So he'll do that for the rest of the week. Oh, the dishes that I make for lunch are super simple. So we'll start off with the 2 ingredients that never fail, and let me get them for you. So I guess we should have gone to Costco and gotten this, but we get this organic mixed vegetables. So it has peas, carrots, corn, and green beans, and these are super simple. This is a great option. So Raul likes this, and he likes broccoli. So I'll steam the broccoli, and I'll steam this, and rice. So we get these rice bowls at Costco. We used to get the white rice bowls, which is super good. I really like it because it's like sticky white rice. But we read on like rice, and the brown rice is better for you, just because brown rice is like its purest form. Like, this is how rice grows when it's white. It has been what is it called? I don't know if it was saturated. Well, they like put this system, no me acuerdo cómo se llama, if it was like saturated. They take away the color, and then they make it softer, because regular rice is hard and people don't like that. So there's really nothing wrong. It's just that it's an additive to the rice. So it's, again, we try to stay like very simple. So we go with this one. So this plus the steamed vegetables with broccoli, and then he gets the protein. So from Costco, he likes the marinated salmon, and if I find it, I'll put it here. So salmon, and they come in six in the box. So I have a frozen one, and they're just pre-packaged like this, and they're already seasoned, and it has 6. So if your man works 5 days, you need 5, and then you can eat one of them. So he'll eat this with the rice and the vegetables for a whole week. Another thing that he likes to get from Costco as well is the Korean Bbq Beef, and it's beef, and then the seasoning is like Korean barbecue, and it's very thin as well. That one, what I do is that I like separate it in half, and I like put half of it in the fridge and the other half in the freezer. So I'll do those 3 days, then on the 3rd day I'll take out the one from the freezer, put it down, and then it'll last the other 3 days. So because he works 6 days. So that's another idea. Another thing that he likes to get whenever he like doesn't feel like this kind of salmon, we get the regular fresh salmon that they have, and it comes with this pesto butter. And so that one comes like in 3 pieces. I'll give him 1 piece each day, and then I'll put half of the pesto butter in it, and that's another one that he has. And all those 3 come with the rice and the vegetables. Again, super simple. It's the protein, the vegetables, and the rice. And I give him like this one rice bowl will last like 4 days, because it's kind of like I cut it in half like this. I go down the middle, and I do one section, another section, another section, and another section. And then for the vegetables, I do like a handful of those, and then like 4 florets. So it's kind of like it's filling, but it's not overfilling, like he's not eating too much as well. Another thing that I do as well is I get ground turkey, and I just season it, and I'll do like a pasta like pasta from vegetables. Have you guys heard of Bonsa? Bonsa is like a really good alternative for like regular pasta. I think it's made out of chickpeas, and so I don't have any to show you, but I can put a picture of it. So if I do the ground turkey with the seasoning, I'll do the pasta, and then I'll do a tomato sauce, Raoul's I think it's called, tomato sauce from Costco as well. That's another option that I have. And sometimes when it's hot enough, we'll do ceviche, but you know, ceviche doesn't last too long, so I think ceviche is like for 2 days, and then I'll just eat it during the day. And if he's not feeling anything that we have talked about, he will do just like chicken, like little chicken cutlets, and then I'll just season them. And then again, the same thing, he's always likes to stick with the rice and the vegetables, and that's enough for him. So I don't cook him any traditional like Mexican foods besides the ceviche, because these meals, like I have to make them in like 15 minutes, because that's how long, that's like the little time frame that I have when he wakes up and he gets ready. Obviously he's a guy, so he gets ready like that. So to make him his lunch and his breakfast, I literally have like 15 minutes to make these things. And so it helps that like this stuff, it's already marinated, and when I make the turkey, I make it in one day, but then I'll give him like his portion, and then the other times I save it in the fridge, and then I just have to steam the vegetables, which is quick, and then just add like the meat, and then he's good to go. The salmon as well doesn't take too long to cook. The chicken's the only one that takes a little bit. So, and the beef, since it's so thin, it cooks so fast. So those are like my ideas. I'll link them down below, or I'll write down what I said, so you guys can always refer to it. And if I have the pictures, I'll put the pictures here of everything. But a lot of the things come from Costco. Costco is also super great for all of these like food making ideas, because again, you get bulk items and you get things. And don't be afraid to use your freezer for stuff like storing it. Or if you have a large family, you can make like you can make it for 2 days and then save it, and then the rest could be for the family if you do have a significant other that does not like to eat the same thing. But I can give you different choices, and then you can make them like 2 days, and then another 3 days something else. You can go like that. Also, it just helps to make like a big batch of something and then storing it as well. And what he likes to take also for lunch, or not for lunch, but like his snacks, because he does work 10 hours, he likes to take like a fruit, usually an apple, and these Oikos 000, because they have 0 added sugar, 0 artificial flavors, and 0 fat. So these are really good. So these are kind of like his snacks. And he also takes a protein bar, and he'll either take this Power Crunch vanilla, or he'll take this Fit Crunch what is it, peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter. So either these, and I get these at the Costco, but at the business center they have the big packages, porque estas están como caritas if you buy them by themselves, but over there you get 12 for like $10. So if you guys see them by the business Costco though, not the regular one. And of course I get like 1 week when I go get my water, I get those, and then they last a while, because I sometimes eat these, but they're mainly for Rose lunch. And so yeah, so I hope those are good ideas for your lunch. I know that they're very simple, but I feel like that is the key. Like, stay simple, girl, as simple as possible. You can tell if your man is picky, just be like, hey, when you get home, I'll make you a good dinner. You can get a little crazy during the dinner time if you have time, but I feel like when you're preparing the food in the morning, you're running like on a little bit time. So I would suggest you keep it super simple, like 3 ingredients, and that's it. Now for breakfast, we separated between, so he works 6 days, so we separated between 3 days. So 3 days he gets oatmeal, and I usually just do either the Quaker oatmeal, just the original, or if I go to Trader Joe's, I'll get the gluten-free oatmeal, which has like quinoa and other oats in there. And so I'll do that one. And then since I get it with no flavor, I just add a little bit of honey and cinnamon together. And he likes to add raisins to his oatmeal, so he'll have the oatmeal, one of these cajitas of raisins, I'll put the sweetener because there's no flavor in it, so I put the cinnamon and the honey. And then he gets that bread that I show you, Dave's Killer Bread. He gets one of those, and he'll put some jam, and that's his breakfast, and he gets that for 3 days. And then the other 3 days I just make an omelet, and I just do 1 regular egg and the other, so I do 2 eggs, but 1 whole egg and the other one is just the egg whites, and I mix them together. That's plenty, that's enough. And what I do is that I switch off putting spinach, green peppers, onion, mushrooms, not all of those, but sometimes I just do 3. Like, let's say I do spinach, green peppers, and zucchini. Like, I'll do those 3, and then we get the Costco turkey bacon from, I think the brand is Columbus. So it comes in a packet like this. It's 4 of them, and this will last you a long time. So we do this with the vegetables, and then I saute that, and then I make an omelet, and that's what he gets for the next 3 days. Avocados, I'll put avocado on top, and if we have salsa, I'll put some salsa on it, and he eats the omelet like that. I personally cannot eat an omelet without like at least a tortilla or like a bread, but he can eat an omelet just like that with nothing. So that's what he gets the other 3 days. So I know that this is like super simple. I know that I didn't really show you what I make, but hopefully with all this information, and I'll link everything. I'll put pictures if I can, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll answer them. But again, the rule for this, or like how to be able to get kind of like these quick meals, is just by sticking to super simple ingredients, super simple meals, so you don't spend too much time that you don't have making them in the morning. And then again, you can get crazy, you can spend like an hour in the kitchen making dinner, but for the lonche, you know, it has to be simple. And the breakfast as well. And sometimes you can alternate with like the ingredients you put like in the omelet, and with the oatmeal as well, you can add other like berries and stuff like that as well. That's another option. Just Ro doesn't like the berries, but you can definitely add berries, bananas, granola, some almonds. You can add any of that stuff to an oatmeal, and it'll make it very filling as well. And the same thing with the omelets. You can add any of your favorite meat. We just try to stick to like the leaner meats again during the week. And for like the snacks, you can always do any kind of fruit, any kind of yogurt. Oh, and then he gets like a little bit of granola, and he puts it in the granola as well. And then these are just because they're like healthier option than a regular granola bar. So I will link everything that I can find, and I'll write down all the ideas. I hope that this is kind of helpful. I know there was a lot of talking more than showing, but I hope that maybe you watch this and then you hear some ideas and you guys get to cook them for your significant other. But thank you so much for coming along. Thank you for watching this video, for clicking on this video, and for coming back. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye. Say bye, Rachel.
Bye.
He's over there. Bye.